What is up, my future millionaires? The crypto market has been absolutely sending here recently, and a lot of that is due to institutional money showing signs that it is going to enter the crypto market, with BlackRock leading the way, the largest asset manager in the world with almost 10 trillion assets under management. As we all know, they recently filed for a Bitcoin spot ETF, which a lot of other companies followed suit. Not that they didn't already file for a Bitcoin spot ETF, but they basically renewed their application. If you take a look at this quick article, as firms like Valkyrie, BlackRock, Bitwise, Invesco, and WisdomTree enter the race for an ETF approval, and this is all for a spot ETF. If we briefly look at the crypto market here from CoinGecko, we can see we're right around 1.2 trillion. Bitcoin's pulled back just a little, and if we click on the price here, you can see Bitcoin hit a high yesterday of around 30,006, right? And it's pulled back just a little bit, which is kind of to be expected. And as we know, if you've been in crypto for any amount of time, Bitcoin sends that signal to the rest of the market. Bitcoin raises all tides. And something else that really has a big narrative as well. If you look at Forbes, and this came out a couple days ago, June 20th, a new wave major bank reveals a 15 trillion earthquake could be headed for Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Doge, Tron, Solana, and Polygon price. And the 15 trillion they're talking about is, we head over here real quick. The 15 trillion is coming from 10 trillion almost from BlackRock. And then if you look right here, there was a study from Laser Digital, 96% of professional investors managing a nearly 5 trillion portfolio are poised to dive into the crypto market, and that's where they're getting that 15 trillion from, because BlackRock almost has 10 trillion under management, and this group has about 4.95 trillion. So if we continue reading here real quick, the survey involved 303 investors, and 303 investors nearly have 5 trillion. This tells you right here, this is big money right here, big players, all representing a group collectively managing 4.95 trillion in assets. Among these, a strong majority held a positive outlook on Bitcoin and Ethereum, with 88% considering crypto investments for themselves or their clients. And so this is where they're getting that huge 15 trillion earthquake that could potentially enter the market, right? I don't think it's going to do it all at one time, but this is what they're saying can happen in the future. And then another thing I want to show you real quick as well, they're talking about the China $1 trillion injection into crypto. So check this out. As the U.S. Federal Reserve hints at more imminent interest rate hikes, including a 1.1 trillion shock, the world is turning its gaze towards China. The Asian giant proposed economic stimulus package could potentially inflate everything, encompassing pretty much the big blue chips, which I named earlier. Now, China has said we're going to start to rip in trillions of dollars. If China starts to basically turn on the money printer and go through a huge spat of quantitative easing, it's going to just inflate everything, because they are just such a critical artery in the world economy. And remember, earlier this month, Hong Kong, which we know was controlled by China, they released their news where they was basically talking to the Hong Kong citizens, allowing them and telling them, hey, it is okay to buy cryptocurrency, which we saw a little bit of a peak when that happened at the beginning of this month. And so all of this you can kind of see is moving together. But there is one thing I do want to say. On the thumbnail, it says final pump. A lot of people think this is the final pump heading into the bull run. I don't think we're going to see a bull run in 2023. I've said it last year in 2022, and I've also stated it multiple times this year in 2023. I still think this is going to be an accumulation year. And then also, this is not doom and gloom, but I do think we're going to have one final shakeout this year prior to moving into 2024, before that Bitcoin halving. That's just my personal opinion. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I do believe we're going to see another final shakeout. There's going to be some type of event that shakes up the markets, that has that last final shakeout. Now, I don't think we're going to stay at that shakeout price wherever that lands at. I don't think we're going to be there for a long period of time. I do think the market bounces back quite nicely, but I do think we're going to see that. So just be on the lookout of that, and just be real. There's so much content out there to consume. A lot of people are probably going to forget this video in the next 1 month, 2-3 months anyway, but I'm going to come back to this video and we're going to see if I was right or wrong. But again, I do see a final shakeout happening sometime in late Q3 or in Q4, as I said, before we go into 2024. Now, with us being in the green market right now and everything sending, we need to take appreciation of this. And why do I say that? Because it's great to see green in the markets. Everything is fun when things are green. YouTube's funner, Twitter's funner, everything is a lot better. However, I do want you guys to keep in mind, if you are up nicely on certain positions, consider taking profits, because I do believe you're going to have another opportunity to buy back in if you really like that project. So this is why I say enjoy the green markets, because this is how we make our money, right? But you can also make money when the market is down, depending on what you're doing, right? Rather you're a trader, rather you're doing, options and things of that nature, or rather you're just building passive income. There's other ways to make money in the market. However, if you are green, if you have profits, nice profits, consider taking profits, because I do believe you're going to have another opportunity to buy back in, right? If you really, really like the project. But I just wanted to put this video out here. It is great seeing the market all green, but I also just wanted to look at the other side of the lens as well, instead of just saying we're back in a bull market. And I mentioned this actually on my last live stream. It's really funny how a lot of, YouTubers, influencers, how once the market goes green, now we're in a bull run. Here we go to 100K. And then once the market pulls back, those same people say, well, what do you expect? We're in a bear market. Which one is it? I've been saying the same thing consistently since 2022, since this year as well. This is an accumulation year. I don't see a full bull run, the peak of the bull run, until 2025. We're going to be higher in prices next year, but we're not going to have that peak of the bull run, I don't think, until 2025. I think the start of the bull run, though, does happen in 2024, but the peak will happen in 2025. Stamp it, put it in your record book, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and I will catch you all on the next one.